Hey guys, this is the Keep Pounding channel. I'd like to say big shout out to all the people that have supported us uh, the past couple of days. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the responses. You guys are amazing. We're all part of the Keep Pounding family and the Panthers family. So let's get straight to it. I think it was either Friday or Saturday's minicamp practice. Ron Rivera shouted out some numbers of some players that were tryouts. He calls them tryouts. A couple of them, I think we signed, but I don't know if they're technically tryout players. But let's go down the list. Let's go lower numbers to higher numbers because we're looking at the roster. Um, Starting with number 6, Taylor Hinnicky, or Hinnicky, however you say that. If I said it wrong, please correct me in the comments. Thank you. Um, as I understand it, he's our third string quarterback, and hopefully he will stay on the roster. I think he will. Uh, he also pointed out that Gilbert is going to be favored as our number 2 at the moment. Keywords at the moment because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But at the moment, he is. And I like that because I've seen a little bit of him during preseason last year, and I liked what I saw. He's got good arm, good accuracy. He does continue drives, which is excellent. He'll finish drives, unlike Derek Anderson. You know, a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, but Derek Anderson is amazing." Here's the thing: you go back and look at his numbers. I'm not gonna get into this whole spiel again because a lot of people know how I feel about him. But let's just move on. Quarterback position. Um, Next up is number 11. We've got Torrey Smith, and as you might remember, we got him in the Daryl Worley trade, and that was a good move. That was a very, very good move. Um, Firstly, because Daryl Worley was just playing like trash for the majority of 2017. You guys saw it. We all saw it. We all pointed it out. And finally, Marty makes the move this year. You know, uh, Despite Gettleman being there, that was Gettleman's pick in the draft. You're guaranteed to have at least one out of 50 that's going to be a bust. But I like the trade. I like the move. And apparently Ron is very happy with Torrey Smith at the moment. So, based on the fact that he pointed him out. Now, notice he did point out numbers because he's not used to the names yet. So, and I will stress that again. He pointed out numbers. He hasn't memorized the names, folks. Alright, so moving on down the list, we've got. I believe he pointed out number 20 in the video or the interview. Now there's two number 20s. There's C.J. Anderson, the running back, and there's Lorenzo Doss, the corner. I think he meant the corner. Based on what I've been able to determine, I think he meant Doss. That's my opinion. He did mention that he liked the running back competition right now, so there is a possibility he did mean C.J. Anderson. I have no idea. But the fact that he pointed out a corner in that list as a tryout player, that's a good sign. as you know, we've had a lot of trouble with corners. We've had a lot of trouble with making sure that we have enough coverage at the corner position. You know, so I like this. I like this a lot. We're going to see a lot of competition at the corner spot this year, and I hope that we get 4 really good corners out of this, and the rest end up on, and maybe 2 of them end up on the practice squad, along with some other players that we need as depth. That's what I hope. I have no idea if that's actually going to happen, but it depends on Ron, what he decides to do. So, thus far I trust him. We'll see. Moving on, we got Cole Luke. That's another corner. You know, as I was just saying, deep corner depth right now. We have a lot to choose from. You know, on the offensive line, we got a lot to choose from. At linebacker, we got a lot at corner. So we're gonna see how far this goes. Again, full trust in Ron and Norv. Let's see who's next. I know we had 370 numbers. Okay, Taylor Morton. He's a tackle. Now, many of you are familiar with that name, I think. He has been a backup for, as I remember, a few years. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but he has been in our system, I think, a couple of years, and he did a pretty decent job based on what I've been able to piece together from people, and reports and stuff that have come through my news feed. So, you know, the fact that a tackle is being pointed out, and this is just day 3 of minicamp. This is just day 3 of minicamp, folks. This is excellent news, especially since we had the tackle problem for 5 years. We had a left tackle problem. We still technically do. So to find out that a tackle is being pointed out right now, early on in minicamp, is excellent. Oh, I can't even tell you how happy I am to hear that. I could be wrong on how long Taylor Morton's been in the system. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that. He might be... Yeah, I don't know. I'll get to that in a little bit. And I'll put it in the comments what he is and how many years. So you guys have that information. 74, Kendrick Norton. He's a defensive tackle. Again at 79, Drew Idings. He's a defensive tackle. That's 2 defensive tackles. And then 95, DeMarjorie Poe. Again, tell me if I'm saying that name wrong. I think I got it right. But that's a 3rd defensive tackle in a row being pointed out. You know, we went heavy on defensive tackle and free agency and for depth and competition purposes. So we'll see how that shakes out. I know that he listed a number 31. I looked that up, and that number is not on the official roster. So I have no idea who that player is until further notice. We're just going to say that that number is not relevant at the moment. All right, so there is your list of players that Ron pointed out in minicamp. Uh, our key positions that we're going to be looking at this year in offseason is corner, safety, running back, tackle, guard, and running back. Those are your main positions that we're going to be in desperate need of making sure that we get the right players at the right spots in the right areas of the field on our depth chart. And I leave that to Ron. The man's a genius. He knows what he's doing. More power to him as a head coach. We now have 2 head coaching minds in Carolina now. This is exciting, folks. I was watching Norv Turner when he was in San Diego. I know what he's capable of as a head coach. This is fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. And as many of you know, his offensive strategy is power runs. He tends to focus on the long pass and stretch the field, big plays. And with Cam throwing deep balls, I think that's really liable to happen. With the depth that we now have at running back, this is looking more and more likely. With C.J. Anderson coming in, and I'm really looking forward to this. I want to hear more updates from minicamp. I want to hear more numbers to look up. Ron, please do help us out here. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you think of these players. Let's get this going. Let's get it popping. We got a good 3 months before training camp, and I plan on being at least 4 of those training camp days. So I will be looking at these players myself, and I'll be posting video updates on what I think. I'll have notes. I'll have a couple of people that I think really provide a lot of good information with me that get the same kind of reads as I do on these players. So that's really exciting for the future to be able to look forward to that. I absolutely love what they've done with training camp. So this is going to be a long, long standing tradition for me as a Panthers fan. I do want to throw out one more thing. If you'd like to see me do, in the time that we don't post out videos, if you'd like to see me do music reviews of any songs, perhaps an album of a band that you like, please do suggest that in the comments. As you can tell, I am wearing a House of Blues shirt. And I'm a huge fan of a lot of bands. And I've seen a lot of concerts, so hit me up. Maybe you got a suggestion. I'll take your considerations into account and maybe do a review. Now, recognize that I cannot put these songs up on the video because of lack of editing software and the fact of copyright. So, if you'd like some of those me to listen to some of those songs, during a video and put those reviews up on this channel, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And one last thing. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot with the channel. And definitely make sure you hit that bell to make sure you get alerts of whenever I post a video. Helps out a ton. I don't want any complaints about people saying, oh, well, I didn't get your videos. Hit the bell. So many YouTubers are having trouble with that lately, and I wanted to point that out, especially you guys. Keep pounding. Have a great day. In honor of Sam Mills, this channel, keep pounding. Peace.